I met a man named Thomas 2 months ago. He said he was in the U.S. Army and stationed in Yemen for peacekeeping. He said he was an orthopedic doctor, but also a soldier in the Army. The red flags popped up right then and there. He said he was a widow with a child, who was a daughter of 9 years old. When I questioned where the daughter was, he said she was in boarding school while he was in Yemen and she just stayed in the UK. To me that made absolutely no sense, but I played along. He asked me for my Gmail Hangouts, to which I gave him one I only use to chat to people online with. He added me on Hangouts. When I tried to video call him, of course he couldn't accept a video call because, quote, the war conditions and it was forbidden by the military. He said he could text though, and he continued chatting with me. He asked my age, and of course he then followed it up with age is just a number. He then asked me what I did for a living, to which I told him I work for the U.S. government. I actually do work for the government, so it wasn't a lie. He told me he's been in the Army for 20 years and he will retire soon. He said he was 45 and I'm 48. Again, age is just a number, he exclaimed. He sent me several pictures of who he said he was, a high-ranking military man. When I googled the photos, of course they were not of him. It was stolen off of Raymond Chandler. I knew who Raymond Chandler was and I'd seen him on news. I continued to chat with him and even slipped "Hey Ray" on some of our conversations, but it went right over his head. He told me he was, quote, catching feeling for me and felt we should live together and buy a house. He said he lived in Texas and when he wasn't in Yemen. I live in Nevada. He had no clue where it was, and I told him it's right next door to Texas, and he agreed. He then told me he had a special package for me and he was having a special delivery company mail it to me. It contained a gold and diamond ring as he wanted to marry me. And of course some chocolates, purses, perfume, and his special documents from Yemen that I was told that I must hold on to as it contained his retirement package paperwork, which he would retire with $5 million. He said the Opal Courier Company would deliver the package. When I told him I didn't want it, he became upset, saying he picked out the gift for me and the gold ring was from Yemen. I told him I don't want stuff from Yemen and the chocolate would melt and be stale by the time it got here. He insisted and he said it's already been sent. What's so crazy is I never gave him my address, so how he sent this is beyond me. I had given him my email address, and sure enough, this delivery company magically emailed me. They wanted my home address, to which I gave them the address to a dollar store in Las Vegas. They then told me that I needed to cover the tax of the gold and pay for the military document handling fee. It was $1,780. What a random amount. I told them to bill the amount to my future husband, and they said that he would be unable to pay as he's in the war camp, and his account is frozen until he returns home. So I told him to keep it until he gets home and then he can pay for it, as it's his documents and I don't want the chocolates as I'm on a diet. The Opal Delivery Company then made threats to me that I would be arrested if I didn't take the package and pay for it, that I cannot refuse a package. I laughed and told them I will not be forced to eat melted chocolates. No, 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 and I told them to come and arrest me. They told me to stop playing and pay the amount, madam, via bank transfer to a woman in Georgia. Well, I found the woman's name on social media and made contact with her, asking if she knew that I was supposed to send money to her. She told me that her online boyfriend named Gregory Holdings was having an agent from Nevada send her money to deposit into her account and then transfer it to Bitcoin once she received the money via bank transfer, and that her online boyfriend was stuck in Ghana on an oil rig and needed to pay for his flight home. I ended up getting her phone number off her, and we spoke on the phone. She was chatting to a man she met on Facebook and gave me his profile link. Of course, it was another stolen picture of a man named Leon Picard. I let her know it's a scam, and she blocked the man. She had lost some money in the form of iTunes gift cards that she had bought him. I sent my online boyfriend the profile of Gregory and told him to ask himself for the money and that his little game is up and the other victim knows the truth. He ended up blocking me, as did the Gregory profile on Facebook. A few days later, I started getting threats from the Opal delivery company and even from the fake FBI stating I was going to be arrested and thrown into a prison cell for interfering with government work, and that I don't know how powerful the USA government is. Laughable, I've worked for them for 10 years. I ended up becoming friends with this lady who was scammed, and we have teamed up to go after these online scammers. Some stories end well. This one did, and I saved a victim. Thank you for letting me share. I would like to thank this lady for sharing her story. Sometimes you can reach out and reach victims and help prevent them from being further victimized by a scammer. It can go either way sometimes, though. We've had victims who've reached out to other victims and end up getting blocked. It all depends on the scammer and how far they've brainwashed the victim. If you'd like me to narrate your story into a video, you can find me on Facebook under Scamming Scammers Action or drop an email scammingscammers@gmail.com. Send me your story. I will verify it and narrate it into a video. You can remain as anonymous as you'd like. Take care, and until next time.